Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth painting of this white and gold series. By this time, I was still not very sure as to what all of the seven paintings are going to be. So, but I was trying to explore newer ideas, and I knew since I had made one round painting, I can make two or three round paintings and make it look like a scheme. So I started off by drawing a circle on the canvas, and then I am filling the whole circle in with fevicol. But to ensure uniformity, as you know, the first painting was of that pista shells, so I am taking the same radius of the circle as that painting, so that when we put them together on the wall, they are going to look very very uniform and neat. Now I'm going to cover the entire circle except the center part of the circle. If you can imagine and compare it with the pistachio painting, the inner circle as well as the outer circle radius are going to be the same as that of that painting. Here I spilled my fevicol all over the canvas, and then I fixed it, and then I started pasting all my thermocol balls on the canvas. It is better if you can get all white thermocol balls. They are available in the market, but when I went, I couldn't get it. I got these colored ones. This definitely made my task a little bit more difficult. You will see it in the later part of the video where I tell you how it became little difficult for me. But in the beginning, just spread the balls everywhere and ensure that you are leaving no gaps, no spaces in between. This is actually the toughest part of the painting. It takes, you remove the balls, a lot of spaces are left, and you have to keep going at it, keep inserting balls, and it is slightly trickier with a normal layer of fevicol. So towards the end of it, in this I have not shown it in the video, but towards the end of it I started dipping the balls in fevicol and sticking them, because the initial layer of fevicol had dried out in some places as it was thinner. So this is a challenge with the balls, and they keep flying everywhere. It is slightly trickier in this part. Maybe if you use a plucker or that kind of a tool to make sure everything stays in place, maybe it will be helpful. But still, it is a lengthy process. It will take you about 40 minutes, half an hour to 40 minutes to complete a circle like this. And to make it look really elegant, it is absolutely necessary that each and every crevice is filled. You cannot leave small gaps, because that won't look nice. So by the end of it, this is how it looked. And as I said, I had to start with a white coat of paint because my thermocol balls were not all white. If they would have been, I could have skipped this step and directly gone in with the color that I wanted. So again, as it is heavy texture, as it is thermocol balls, you know it takes an effort to fill inside them. As you can see, I am just not using the brush normally. I'm using it vertically so that I fill paint inside the gaps as well. So this takes a lot of paint and, yes, time and patience. I You have to make sure that every little bit is covered, otherwise the colors are going to peek through. So the best solution is to use white thermocol balls. Nonetheless, even if you use white thermocol balls, in the next step you will have to make sure that it is covered with paint. So this is one skill that you will have to develop for this kind of a painting: patience. Now, once I have covered the entire thermocol ball area with white paint, I will let it dry for about 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours. What I generally do is I paint one layer and then let it sit till evening if I do it in the morning, and then I start with the next layer in the evening. So now I am going all over the painting with the gold paint. This is actually the final step of the painting, but depending on how thick your paint is and depending on how it applies, but generally if you use any Fevicryl acrylics or any normal paints, it will you will have to go in with two coats of paint, otherwise the balls will peek through, somewhere the white will peek through, and the corners and the center part is slightly more tricky. You might need a smaller brush for it to paint it properly. So go in with two coats of paint, and your beautiful white and gold thermocol ball painting is ready. So simple. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.